Fact.
Okay.
Actual fact.
He kept recordings of those letters.
Actual fact.
You know, but the world don't talk about that.
That's
Malcolm
right.
found out. They said he went to Mecca and he changed. That's a fallacy.
That's right.
I went to Mecca in 1974, and I was appalled at the racism I saw towards Africans. So I demand to see the Rabatul. Now, most people don't know what the Rabatul is. The Rabat Dalim al Islamim. I said, I want an audience because I want to address the issue. There's a whole bunch of other stuff I want to even talk about because they hand me over to the American CIA. I escaped, you know. But that notwithstanding, you know, I enjoyed my life. I had a good life, and Allah always protected me. But when I finally got to the sheikhs and got the audience with the Rabatul, what do you think the first question I was asked? How is Hajj Muhammad? Not how is Malcolm. Not how is Sheikh whomever, whatever. So I didn't know the messenger was a Hajj. I mean, I knew about 57, you know, in the early days and when he went over. And so the Sheikh asked me again, how is Hajj Muhammad? And so I then I realized immediately who was he talking about. So I said, our people are fine. Our people are well. And I was given an audience with the entire Rabatul. Now, for most people who are listening to me who don't know who the Rabat Dalim al Islamim, this is, if there's any governing body on the jurisprudence of Islam and its interpretation that exists in the world, this is the body that sits in Mecca that has that kind of wisdom collection of sheikhs from around the Muslim world. And I was represented by the Mufti of Sudan. See, I'd gone to him initially complaining, and he said, when the Rabatul seats, come back. And even though I had malaria, I refused to leave Arabia when the other brother who was with me abandoned me and left me there to die. I knew I wasn't going to die. So I got to have that audience with the entire Rabatul and make that complaint. And when I was offered the millions, I told them I didn't come here for money. They looked at me like, this is a crazy man. He didn't come for money. I said, no, I didn't come here for money. I came here to bring the salam of our brothers and sisters in America and take yours back, and to know that we have an ally in Islam. And that's how I left it. So the point I'm making, we may have poo-pooed the messenger, but the world didn't.
Absolutely.
And the world
Real
of Islam didn't.
Real talk.
You know, and people should know that, because I stood in Mecca. I wore that white. I kissed that black stone. I circumvent that Kaaba. And I stayed after, because they wouldn't let me out the country. They were trying to hold brother hostage. But I knew when the day I took the white off, and I said, I need to identify. I put on a blue dashiki and some jeans and sneakers. I was too sick to carry my suitcase any longer. I left it beside the road somewhere. Somebody got some nice clothes. And a man came and stood over me. I was crying by this time. And the man stood over me, and I says, then we'll come back to Brother Wesley, but I wanted to say something, because if we don't vindicate the messenger in the mind of black America and the African world, we're in trouble.
Yes, sir.
We're in big
not have said
trouble.
It better.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
And so I'm using my position coming out of the Malcolm house to make this statement. And let me be very clear. There ain't nobody else who's held this position but me. Now, I haven't used it to get no claim or fame or money, and anybody know. I've never done that. Matter of fact, most people don't even know what I just told you. Most people don't even know who became the minister over that mosque. They don't. Because that's not my game. I ain't looking for fame. I enjoy walking the streets and being with my wife and my children and my grandchildren. I got 22 of them grands. And I feel blessed. Allah has allowed me to stay here this long to try and help out. But we missed the boat on the messenger.
Yes, we
Once
did.
I used to put the blame on the nation. I said, you all ought to give them to the people. But you know what? To protect the integrity and the sanctity of the message, you did the right thing. And I want to say that for people to hear that, because there's something we need to understand, that I believe in the spiritual essence of the black man.
Yes, sir.
And in my teachings, you hear me break it down as I understand it. There is no way in the universe, whenever it was necessary for the divine to manifest itself to redeem the elements of itself that is human, it didn't happen. And it had to have happened to us. And the messenger is the clear symbol of that redemption.
Praise belongs
So
to
I just want to drop that in
Ashe.
because of what the
Ashe.
question the brother raised.